The Voice Before the Void.net. Razzle.
Old razzle dazzle.
Here, yeah, I think you like this. Fast Rode the Night by Stephen Crane. Fast rode the knight with spurs, hot and reeking, ever waving an eager sword, to save my lady. Fast rode the knight, and leaped from saddle to war. Men of steel flickered and gleamed like riot of silver lights, and the gold of the knight's good banner still waved on a castle wall. A horse, blowing, staggering, bloody thing, forgotten at foot of castle wall. A horse, dead at foot of castle wall. Stephen Crane's poetry is something. Right. There was a man with tongue of wood who essayed to sing, and in truth it was lamentable. But there was one who heard the clip-clapper of this tongue of wood, and knew what the man wished to sing. And with that, the singer was content.
I like that.
Yeah. Think as I think, said a man, by Stephen Crane. Think as I think, said a man, or you are abominably wicked. You are a toad. And after I had thought of it, I said, I will then be a toad.
Well, I can see why people might find it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then there's this famous ones. A Man Said to the Universe by Stephen Crane. A man said to the universe, Sir, I exist. However, replied the universe, the fact has not created in me a sense of obligation. Yeah. Isn't it interesting? Okay, so then there's these two poems here are probably his most famous. They're the most poetic, but also powerful. Okay. A Man Adrift on a Slim Spar by Stephen Crane. A man adrift on a slim spar, a horizon smaller than the rim of a bottle. Tented waves rearing lashy dark points. The near whine of froth in circles. God is cold. The incessant raise and swing of the sea, and growl after growl of crest, the sinkings, green, seething, endless, the upheaval half completed. God is cold. The seas are in the hollow of thy hand. Oceans may be turned to a spray, raining down through the stars, because of a gesture of pity toward a babe. Oceans may become gray ashes, die with a long moan and a roar, amid the tumult of the fishes and the cries of the ships, because the hand beckons the mice. A horizon smaller than a doomed assassin's cap. Inky, surging tumults. A reeling, drunken sky, and no sky. A pale hand sliding from a polished spar. God is cold. The puff of a coat imprisoning air. A face kissing the water death. A weary slow sway of a lost hand. And the sea, the moving sea, the sea. God is cold. Uh-huh. And then this one, which is defined in lots of places. War is kind, by Stephen Crane. Do not weep, maiden, for war is kind. Because your lover threw wild hands toward the sky, and the affrighted steed ran on alone, do not weep. War is kind. Hoarse, booming drums of the regiment, little souls who thirst for fight. These men were born to drill and die. The unexplained glory flies above them. Great is the battle god, great and his kingdom, a field where 1,000 corpses lie. Do not weep, babe, for war is kind. Because your father tumbled in the yellow trenches, raged at his breast, gulped and died, do not weep. War is kind. Swift blazing flag of the regiment, eagle with crest of red and gold, these men were born to drill and die. Point for them the virtue of slaughter, make plain to them the excellence of killing, and a field where 1,000 corpses lie. Mother, whose heart hung humble as a button on the bright splendid shroud of your son, do not weep. War is kind.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't say it's disturbing, but it's definitely, it's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's really heavy.
Yeah, I love his poetry, and all of his poetry is like that. And you'll find him in lots of collections now. I was even thinking, oh yeah, the one I just got. He's in here, which 1930. I was a little surprised, but I guess they eventually realized how good his stuff is. And it doesn't. What's so interesting is it doesn't look like anything else. I mean, in amongst like Emily Dickinson and Walt Whitman and Longfellow, and then you have like Stephen Crane, and it's just vicious. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, this might be one of the most famous. In the Desert by Stephen Crane. In the desert, I saw a creature, naked, bestial, who, squatting upon the ground, held his heart in his hands and ate of it. I said, "Is it good, friend?" "It is bitter, bitter," he answered. "But I like it because it is bitter and because it is my heart."
Okay.
Uh-huh. Right, yeah. Isn't it interesting?
That definitely puts a pretty wicked image in my mind.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and that's, next to like Little Boy Blue by Eugene Field and The Dandelion by John Bannister Tabb. It just doesn't fit, but it's so it's so great that it's been recognized for what it is, which is just something extraordinary.
Read that again, please.
In the Desert by Stephen Crane. In the desert, I saw a creature, naked, bestial, who, squatting upon the ground, held his heart in his hands and ate of it. I said, "Is it good, friend?" "It is bitter." "Bitter," he answered. "But I like it because it is bitter and because it is my heart."